just starting the meeting now. I'll announce you, and then you can just turn your camera on. Hello, everybody. How are you? This is William Michael Forbes here. I want to welcome you to this evening's special event, Divine Guidance and Measurable Change, with Medium and Shaman Cinquemani. Pardon me if I mispronounced your name, Alyson. But Alyson, I want to welcome you this evening and thank you for coming live. Tell us a bit about what you do in terms of shamanic work and as a medium, like what sort of things do you do as a shaman?
Strong, very strong.
Yeah. So shamanism is being one with Mother Earth. Shamanism is where you actually go out into nature. Excuse me. So when you're a shaman, you put hands on healing on people. And it's a lot to do with Mother Earth and grounding. It's the direction where Earth brings you. And you travel in a direction that you're intuitively directed to go to. You become one with the earth, and you grab the energies of the earth through your body. And through that, you place hands on people and you're allowed to heal. As far as my mediumship goes, because I become one with Mother Earth, and I have the energies of the earth, it brings a new level of my intuitive nature to where I can connect to spirit. There's a lot of healings that go on with shamanism. There's a lot of oneness with the Mother Earth. It's a lot of nature, and a lot of love giving back to the earth. That's how that works, yes. And as far as the mediumship goes, it sort of goes one-on-one with it, because to be open to spirit, you need to be also one with earth. So taking on the shamanism also now opens up a whole new level where you're connected on all levels and all planes of where you need to be to have the highest vibration.
Do you find yourself working more with Gaia or other beings? Like, what do you find you tend to connect more to energetically?
So what happens with me is it depends on the current situation. So if someone's coming to me for healing, I do find myself working with Gaia for the grounding and the love and the vibration of her, drawing her through me and connecting to the trees and to the plants, because we need that. That is who we are. It feeds us. Mother Earth, Gaia feeds us. She nourishes us. We are from her womb, and we come from her. And when you engulf that within you, the energies of Mother Earth draws in the spirits from above, because it's all one. So then at that point I draw in the energies of Mother Earth, the crystals of the earth, which is in the deepest cores of her. And I draw that in, and the rebirth, and I draw that into me, and I emanate that out, that love of her. So I find myself connected in both levels. So there's not one or more, it's a unity of both that draws in. So it's sort of like when I see it, I can explain that I have the energy of the earth. I can feel it right now coming in through my root, and then I have the energy of the divine coming through my crown, and they're coming together and they're just emanating out through my heart. It's an amazing experience of an intense energy of love, which gives a lot more healing.
So it sounds a lot like a form of grounding too. But like, you really feel that energy. How would you suggest other people could actually tap into that without training? Or, I mean, it's something that's natural to all of us. What would you suggest that people are watching to connect to the earth from that perspective?
Hug a tree. Feel the energy of a tree. Talk to the tree. Go out there and give a hug to the tree and feel the energy. Place your hands on that tree. Feel it. Feel that energy. It's there. It's going to speak to you. It may even drop a leaf for you. There will be no coincidence, or a bird might just land on your hand.
So you're not talking about people feeling the physical sensation of the hand on the tree. You're talking about people feeling the energy that moves from the tree to the hand?
Yes, exactly. You also yourself So Gaia looks for your love to send healing. So we could draw in energy from the divine through our crown, through meditation, and go out into the earth and hold our hands on a tree and send that love through the roots of any tree, which can heal millions of people world around. Everything that's going around in the world today, people want to know, how can I help the person on the other side of the country? The person in Afghanistan, wherever they are, a family member in another country. Grab in that energy. You could go to the roots of a tree. Give the love there. I guarantee you they're going to feel the energy. As we're speaking, I feel Gaia saying, yes, yes, yes. And I'm feeling the energy going right through my legs, my calves, my whole body. I get the chills through my body. They're celebrating that the message is getting out there. They're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. We want more people to lay their hands on me and give me their love. Because the more love you put their hands on that tree, those roots are deep. They travel, they're all connected. That love will go through the roots and they will spread. And the healing is miraculous.
Yes. It's funny, there was a movie called Avatar. It was made many years ago. And the research in that movie about how everything was interconnected was by a Vancouver scientist who discovered that she tried to understand the mystery of how can small trees in a very dense forest canopy underneath get light to grow, because they're not getting light. So how are they growing? She discovered that the larger plants were sending energy, their own energy, down through the roots to these baby plants. And the baby plants were receiving the energy, the sunlight energy, through the roots from these other plants. And she called that the mothering instinct. I can't remember the name of the doctor, but bless her soul for recognizing that. What you're saying is exactly that. You put your system in touch with another system and you communicate energy through that. It literally goes down into this divine network that goes through the earth, every part of it, every molecule of it. I love it. It's beautiful.
Everywhere. And it doesn't miss. It doesn't miss any molecules. And the more people that get out in there, and you don't need to be a shaman. You need to be love. If you have love in your heart, if you have that, you don't need to be the medium. You could be a neophyte. That's okay. We all started one way. The first time I hugged a tree, I was like, oh, what bug is going to get me? I was like, and all of a sudden it was no longer like that. It was, I'm sending healing, because that's who we are. We are love, and love is healing. And just take a thought of that, just a little part of your brain, a molecule of the brain, think that corner of the brain, that if you can hug a tree and send love in that tree, you can heal millions, just one. Imagine if 10 people join together and hug trees. Multiply that again. Can you imagine the beauty this earth would be?
Absolutely. It's the same thing too, even if you're sitting in a room full of people and you choose to radiate out love. You can affect the people even in the room that we're existing in with our energy. A lot of people think that the body is the only instrument that we are, but we communicate soul, spirit through it. And we're receiving soul, spirit into it as well, which is exactly what you're describing. It's an amazing thing. You can heal people right where you are, your family. If you move into a state of love, you can change them.
Absolutely. From miles and miles away, from other countries, it's, when you have people on social media begging for healing and love, don't just say, I'm praying for you. Go to a tree.
I love that.
Go to a tree and send it to the roots. And watch when you hear how miraculous they're healing. And it's not a coincidence you did it. Yes. And that's a lot that's what shamans do. They do a lot of healing. A shaman could create rain in the deserts. People have the dry land. A shaman would come out of the mountains, and they believed it, and it came, and they gave water to the thirsty and food to the hungry. It's a matter of knowing that it's all there for us. The earth provides everything we need at any given time.
Yes. Yes. It makes sense that, an all-knowing intelligence and have the ability to build a planet and manufacture all these bodies that we're living through would be able to do anything that we need it to do. It's wonderful.
Yes.
When did your shamanic journey start? Like, when did your journey actually start? What was the turning point that allowed you to realize there's more to my life than what I'm aware of?
Well, that is some journey. So I've always been a spiritual being and always seeking. So back in 2015, I donated my kidney to my fiance at the time. And 3 years later, he passed away from lung cancer. I saw his transition, and he got welcomed to the other side. And at that point, I was always intuitive and received a message, but I needed to seek deeper. And I had this deep calling. And I would go out into earth and I'd ask questions. And I just kept asking those divine questions. And I kept getting sent to different places and different mentors. And finally, there was a course coming up on shamanism. And at first, I got to be honest, I stepped away saying, I don't know. I don't know if this is the time for me. I made excuses. I'm too busy. I'm working. I have this going on, the kids. There was a lot of excuses. And then out of nowhere, I just heard the voice, it's the time, enough. Spirit literally told me, enough. Now is the time. So I contacted my mentor. I said, I'm in 100%. She says, ironically, you're saying this because this is my last course. I'm moving. So I looked up at Spirit and said, okay. And as I will say, when I look back at the pictures of my, after my course and my initiation into the shamanism, you will see there's orbs all around me. Spiritual orbs just flying. You can see them in the picture. And to this day, everyone says, boy, they've been waiting for you. And, one of the turning points also on my journey, I'll never forget, I was told to go out into nature and let nature talk to you. And, everyone says north, south, east, and west. In the mindset, right, north is up, south is down, right? But in the shaman world and in spirit world, north is where spirit tells you to turn. You turn where they tell you, and that's north. And they will guide you. And it took a lot of retraining and dismissing of the ego to go into the mindset of letting Mother Gaia guide me in the direction that she told me was north, not what man told me. And when I let loose, my clock just opened up. It was vast. And I saw the earth for what it truly was and is. The forest was more beautiful than it was prior. The skies were more vibrant. The sun shined brighter and warmth. And when I needed coolness, she gave me breeze. I was never sweating. I was never cold. And that's how I can explain how shamanism, and that is my journey. Once he deceased.
That's a beautiful, beautiful journey. I know that place where you get to that spot where you have to let go of what you are so familiar with, what you think you know, and letting go to what you do not know to step into a whole new life. And and so many people get to that place where they are faced with something outside of what they understand, but their mind doesn't have a way to comprehend it. So they actually have to step past what they don't know into what they don't know to get free of what they do know, so they can actually experience things like you're discussing right now, where you get to experience the earth in a brand new way, where you get to experience energy in a new way. You get to experience a new you that is not bound by what the body is and what your mind has been telling you. That's such a beautiful thing. I love that. It's
It
wonderful.
truly is. Spirits, I could hear spirits telling me now, they're saying, you need to say this, and I'm going to say it. So they're telling me to let you know. I went through some very deep, deep valleys, the donating of my kidney, and then the man that I loved and was going to marry 3 years later received a lung cancer diagnosis, to his rejection of healing of spirit, to transitioning. That was a very dark time for me. And I went down into that valley, and it was deep and deep. And I'll tell you something though, I have so much gratitude for that valley. And I say that so sincerely in my heart. So much gratitude for it, because it was in that valley where I matured. It was in that valley where I opened. It was in that valley where my flower literally just opened up and I grew to the top of the mountain.
It's a beautiful story. I know those valleys very, very well. That, it really does take, sometimes you got to be between a rock and a hard place to liberate yourself from the rock and a hard place.
Yes.
It's really amazing. Now, I got to say, also, Alyson is one of our students in our mediumship program, and has been in our recent mediumship program, and is actually going to be joining us for this upcoming session.
Yes.
Can you talk a bit about what your experience has been with our course and program, and what has changed for you as a medium, as a shaman, as a healer, as a result of what you've experienced and learned through the teachings of the masters in the program?
Well, that has been miraculous in itself. So where do I start? I could write a book on this one. So always being intuitive and always receiving messages, but not knowing how to channel them correctly. Not knowing how to call the ones in that I wanted, although I would know it was them. So it was like having a map, I can say. When I started your course, I was a true neophyte. I knew I had tapped into spirit, and I knew I could feel it with spirit. However, I did not know how to get guided in, to bring it in and call in who I wanted to call in. I didn't know how to recognize who I was calling in. And to channel them now, I direct the conversation. So I now know through your course how to actually channel in Master Jesus when I wanted, how to channel in my past loved ones. I call them forward, and I know how to let them come forward, and I know how to tell them down to back away. I know how to also heal myself. I have learned how easy it is with my breath, past lifetimes. I've tapped into lifetimes of karma and trauma and darkness. And literally through my breath, through your course, I have learned how to go in there and take all that gook right out of me. I have manifested my own brand new car through how you told me how to bring it on in.
Yeah. It's funny how that happens too, just from something simple like breathing. But I like what you're talking about, like actually knowing that there's a process a person can train their body and mind to go through to access these multidimensional beings, these ascended masters, your guardian angels. They're with us all the time, but there's an actual process that you need to learn to cultivate and shift your perceptual awareness so that you can begin to hear and see, not necessarily with your physical eyes, although we've had students actually see them in front of them, and I see them too, but to actually cultivate an awareness where you actually know and recognize, yeah, this is Master Jesus. This is my deceased grandmother whose spirit is present with me. This is, and that there's an actual methodology, step-by-step process that takes you into that realm of perception. And where, at what point in that perception process did you realize, oh yeah, this is how I do it? At what point did you realize that?
Well, phase one, when you have these 3 levels of courses, right? And your first course is, it's like you're opening a doorway. It's like a portal. Like you can do this, and you're setting the map out. It's a map, like, and you're teaching everyone how to meditate, how to actually go in and tap into it. And you're teaching people about the cards, how to tap in and read them. Because they are guides, they're tools to use, and at that point you're realizing these are tools. And then you're realizing this meditation is a little different, and it is very important to do it daily, like you're breathing. So to meditate daily is very important if you want to tap in and to have the freedom that you want. Freedom comes from within, not out. And that's one of the things you teach us right on in the beginning, that it's not with the five senses that we feel, touch, see. It's with the clairs, it's within, the simpleness of what everything you want, everything, materialistic, everything you want comes from within. And that's what you start road mapping for us. And then when you got into stage 2 of the course, it was actually learning how to go in and heal yourself, all the trauma, pull it out, pull it all out, and then pull in everything you want. Everything. Feel it, vibrate it, become it. And then you started realizing all the tools I have, I really don't need these tools. I just need this. I can play with them to make people happy. I'll give you a card reading because it makes you happy. It's a comfort. It's my comfort, like a teddy bear. We'll give you a teddy bear. However, you really don't need that. And you teach that person how much power you have within, the energy, the power just in your breath, and how you can feel it, how you leave. And then when you hit number 3, you're close to being a Buddha. you're a Buddha. Because now you're tapping into, my first time we went into 3, I think you recall, we were supposed to meditate for, at that point, it was 3 20-minute segments, and I went over an hour. It says, oh my God, it was way over an hour. I didn't want to come out.
That's funny how that happens for so many people. They come in thinking, I don't even know how to meditate. And by the end of the course, like you said, students are meditating 2, 3, 4 hours. And it just, your time changes when you move your awareness out of who you are. Again, I want to say too, that the courses and stuff we teach, for those of you that are watching, are literally courses that were downloaded through me to teach. And the Ascended Masters work with us, and all the students that are there, and our guides and our angels, all of our guides and angels cooperate in this process of transformative learning, where you get to actually remake your body and your mind into an image and likeness of who you are. And you actually begin to discover who you are beyond what you've been taught to think you are. It's a wonderful journey watching people go through that, where they come in, some of them doe-eyed and wondering, what's this card reading stuff? And then they begin to recognize, oh wait, these are tools for teaching us to actually begin to tune into these beings.
Yes. And another thing about your course too, now I've had plenty of mentors, so I'm told I need to let you know this too, is, and not that everyone out there know, I've been on this journey for way over 20 years. But then how can that be? Because I'm only 20, right? Anyway, but needless to say, William is right with you. What you see here, this is what he does. This is him. This is William. He's hands-on. And if the course says it's from 6 to 8, get ready, you're 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, because he gives 1,000%. It's not like he's on a timer. It's not going to be that way. Everyone's going to have what they need 1,000%. And I truly mean that, coming from the divine, saying it with love. And that is why I have re-signed again. I went 100% in all 3 right away. And he also just started up these meditation classes too, which I did those too. And I don't do it any doubt. I do it 100%, because I've gone to a lot of courses and it's just, here's your books, here's our videos, and you're on your own. That's not the case with this course. And this takes you to where you need to be. So give it a shot. I could say that now, and you will definitely open up. And this is not something where only the gifted have. We're all gifted. Spirit wants me to really reiterate that. We are all gifted. We all have that power within us to tap into everything you want in life. God don't just love me, God loves all. And since he loves all, we're all one. So I have to say, and that's why I am back into the course. Why do it again? Did I get enough out of it? It's completely miraculously changed. I tap into spirit all the time. I help people heal through spirit. It's not me, it's spirit coming through me to do the work. But there's always it's like watching a TV show twice. It's something you missed, something there. Like, let me see. And something about also what's really unique about this course too is it's not a program set in stone the way a book is written. Each course Michael receives, which I'm waiting for number 4 to come through, he receives divinely through spirit. So it's different each time. So level 1 is not going to be the same as level 1 that I took back a few months ago in the spring. It's going to be totally different this time because spirit is directing it, as with level 2 and level 3. And number 4 is in the works, but spirit's given to him slowly. So that's the difference. So that's why you want to sign up again. What is spirit giving this time? And if you're drawn to be part of this course, it's divinely orchestrated. And that's how I know I'm divinely orchestrated. Many mentors, and I love them all. But it was my time to go on to another mentor, and I listen to when they tell me, now is time. They've served you well, which they're within my heart always. They're family. They're all family. I love them dearly. You'll be guided in the right direction at the right time. And when you jump in, you have a thing about fear. What is fear again? You said to me, what is fear, William?
False evidence appearing real.
I love that statement. I really do love that. So
I can't take credit for that. That's something that's been around. I think that came through A Course in Miracles many years ago. But it is true. Fear is not real. It's an illusion.
Yeah, so true. Very good. I love that statement. So what I use, if fear jumps in, I call that my confirmation email. That's where I need to go.
What can you share? What are some of the impacts on your day-to-day life that you've noticed from your experience with the program? It really is not. Understand, this program was literally downloaded to us. The 101, the 102, the 102. It was downloaded to us. It was an inspired gift to us to offer to everybody.
William, and the abundance that has come into my life since I've tapped in, and the peace. I have the way my family treats me. My mother has been a real Martinette all her life. I started taking some healing out. Love her to death. She's my mother. Love her, love her, love her. But she's rough on the edges, and that's okay. I love her. And I wanted that to be better. I started the healing of me. And as soon as I started doing that, now my relationship with my mother is miraculous. Wow. My voice soothes my mother instead of gives her a headache. That's relationship-wise. My business has flourished. I am always in the right place at the right time. Materialistically, whatever I want, it's there. I know how to tap into it. Connected in the most divine way. And getting away from all the materialistic and the relationships. I'm at peace. I love life. I love life more than I've ever loved. I actually asked my boyfriend after we finished the course, I believe this was something you mentioned or someone mentioned it in our groups. I wanted to know what they saw different in me since I took your course. Never mind what I felt I saw. What do you see different in me because you're with me all the time? Well, I heard that I'm more loving, I'm more open, and I have a love for life that has never been there before, like it is now. That is very profound. I'm told that I'm glowing, I'm always happy. I tend to draw in people of the highest vibration. I'm drawing in more friends, more business friends. It's just a different class of people now. And I'm noticing, you will notice some people will just leave. Those are the people I never wanted near me. Like, hey, bye. But the ones that are coming in are benefiting me in life. So I can enjoy this life on earth.
That process, that process of changing your vibration, through a state of love and grace. I mean, love is our natural state. For those of you who are watching, no matter what you're going through, love is your natural state of existence. When you learn to retune your mind and your body to your natural vibration, you're gonna experience amazing changes in your life. Because love and all emotion organizes matter, and love is the highest frequency of energy that organizes matter into itself. And when you avail yourself and become aware that you can do that, you can. It's what you are. You just need to get out of your mind, get out of your body to remember that awareness, cultivate that. And we do that. You actually go through that process in the course and you learn to remember who you are. That's what it's designed for. It's what the masters want us all to recognize, is that you are who you are, no matter what your mind or the world tells you. It is inevitable that you will become who you are, whether it's in this lifetime or the next. But we offer you the opportunity to do so now and save the delay. It's your choice. We invite you to make that choice.
It's a beautiful choice to make now. It really is. I chose to make it now. I tell myself in my next lifetime, I want to come back well awakened, well born, and keep it throughout life. So I chose to do it now and complete the process. And
I love how you're extending it to others too. Like, you're taking what you've learned and you're giving it to your mother, and you're giving it to your friends, and you're giving it to the people that show up in your life. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. It's beautiful. I'm so grateful to hear that.
Well, it's a beautiful, most people out there, right? What do they say right away? They want all materialistic, and they believe if you're spiritual, you can't have this, you can't have that. Well, religion destroys and makes you believe that, right? So let me just state, I'm not, if you're strongly religious, so be it. I get it. I was born and raised Catholic. I had my hands whipped with the ruler and went to Catholic school and all. But that's not what love is. And I realized that as time went on, that love does not hurt. Love never hurts. Love is forgiven. Love is pure light. Love is peace. Love is beautiful. Love is giving of all of your heart's desires and then some. And when I say all your heart's desires, no matter what you want, if you want illness, so be it. Love loves you so much, it'll give it to you. If you want to travel the world, so it will give it to you. If you want prosperity, it shall give it to you. So make no mistake, it will give you what you vibrate at.
Which is what you have right now. Yeah, it's what we have right now.
Yeah, and William, your course was just mind-blowing. I say it over and over again because I jumped right in again. If you remember, I was the first one. I'm signed up for all 3 already. Do you have number 4?
There's a 104. There's a 104 in the process, but it's still not quite complete yet. It's going to be a bit. It's going to happen when it happens.
Yeah, spirit. And I look forward to that. I'm a lifer until spirit tells me otherwise. But you see, once again, that's how it is. Like, spirit directs you to these places at the right time. Is always divine. And the awakening is just miraculous. And your life, you're set. You know the word? Freedom. I'm free.
One thing I didn't ask you about, Chico, Chico, got our food program. In our courses, we have a food program called Sun Food Living. It's an add-on that a dear friend of ours, Chico, brought into our course, and he teaches how to actually move your diet from conventional food to raw food diet in the most profound way. What was that experience like for you?
Well, that was all right. So it's amazing. You put all this food in your body. I used to drink coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore. And I drink wine once in a while still. Something you can't have what you want. You still live the life you want to live. But foods of a different vibration. I did notice a major difference in my skin, how I slept. You also lose a little weight, which is, we all can use that. It doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. I still want to lose some more, you know. I can't wait to talk to Chico again. And you're not meant to be hungry. There's no fad and diet in this. Die means die, you know. You ain't doing that, you know. The vibrations of that food connecting when you have clean food in you. Oh my, like there's the lights. It's like you're in a light show when you're in meditation. It's just amazing. And I noticed the difference that if I have 2 glasses of wine and a bowl of my life cereal that sometimes I like to cheat and have, but with almond milk, I don't have regular milk. I still can meditate because I've learned how to meditate so wonderful through your courses. And I still connect, but the difference when you're clean, and he teaches you the clean eating, and he teaches you how much fun it is to eat clean. Not only fun, and he teaches you how you're not meant to be hungry. It's not hunger. It's just what you're putting in your body. And it actually keeps you youthful. You feel better. You have more natural energy. I have no caffeine in me. Look at the energy I have. Over here right now, it's 7:30. I was up since 5 in the morning. I'm wide awake. I can go. I'm good. It's all the natural foods that gives you such pure energy, pure life. And what's back? We go back to like being a shaman, like Gaia. Gaia feeds us, right? She doesn't give us chemicals, you know, all the processed foods. And he teaches you this. But he teaches you, so it's a tender way he teaches you. Chico's very tender. I want to go to his retreat when we have a retreat there, by the way. I'm waiting for that. I really am waiting for those special fruits. And he educates you on another level. And I will tell, I also have a degree in nutrition. I mean, I've taken many hats and many lifetimes, I call it. In this one lifetime, I've had many lifetimes, actually. I've lived. I've done so many different things. And this is a whole new way of thinking. And for me to open up to not the book of what I learned and studied, and to unravel truth versus what has been written, I had to really unwind and relax that ego and say, shh, listen. And when I did, I noticed the difference in my body. I noticed the difference in the foods I put in. I noticed the vibrations of that food. So this is not just coming out of a neophyte. This is coming out of that studied nutrition for many years. And his way of doing it is pure and natural. And it's not meant to keep you hungry. It's meant to fill you. It's meant to raise your vibration. So there's many ways of raising your vibration. He teaches you through nutrition, and then you teach us spiritually. So there's the different facets of it, and then there's the body, taking care of the body, exercising. You can't be sluggish. Spirit wants to come in a body that one is clean and is cared for and loved. If you don't love this, why would they want to come in?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. But yeah, really, food, every piece of food, whatever you hold as food, has a vibration, and it impacts what you add that vibration to your body. If it's really good, it lifts the vibrational frequency up. If it's really bad, it lowers it down. And he articulates it really clearly and easily. And I'm really grateful that you can appreciate that nuance to it, the vibrational nature of food, as opposed to whether it's sweet or sour. The vibrational nature of food that you put in your body alters the vibrational nature of the body, so that you can actually begin to, as you said, let them come through, because they are more attracted to a higher vibration than a lower vibration.
And I noticed the difference. Like, I do like to have a couple of glasses of wine. I'm not gonna lie, that nice dry wine, and it's sometimes just so inviting, and I do. And that's just to show you, here I am. I'm a medium, I'm a shaman, and I do like it, right? So I am living this experience, and I want to live it, and we're meant to live it. We're not meant to deny ourselves what you desire. That's not it. That's not the way it goes. To be a medium, to be a shaman, to enjoy life. And I still can channel. but I notice a major difference in the channeling. I look at it this way: if you want to go into some deep healing, it's sort of like when Jesus went into the mountain, right? The 40 days, right? He did that so he can heal many people, right? So then you have to get clean, right? So if you have someone you want to really help and you want to heal, obviously you want to get as clean as possible because you're about to do some serious cleansing and healing out there. So that's something you take on. But it's so rewarding because as you're healing others, you're healing yourself.
And his program is about 40 days long in the course. It's about 40 days when you apply the program in the course. I just noticed that. It's a very interesting point.
And he gives you recipes and he lets you have fun with it, which is really great. He gives you access to his recipes. He also puts on the page, which is pretty awesome. And then we all have fun too. Like we make our different shakes, which is so cool. And we're all putting pictures up it of the different things. I put banana, kale, strawberry, spinach, carrots, a little ginger. And it's kind of fun. And then you realize like, wow, this is all my nutrition right here. You learn a different mindset. And you do look at food as a vibration because that's what he teaches you. Like, what's the vibration of that donut? What's the vibration of that carrot? Like, what is it too? Oh. So yeah, he's pretty awesome. And I want to visit him out in the Philippines. Hopefully we have a retreat out there one day. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll indulge in, Norma and I will indulge in that too. How about like in terms of support through the program? And we have other mediums in the course. We had Desiree, of course, Joe.
Desiree, Joel, Mike. Oh my God, the other woman too. Forgive me. Christy. The support is amazing. Like if you need to do one-on-ones on the side, like if you need to, the group is there at any given time and they're willing to do one-on-ones with you. If you have any doubts and you need that one-on-one experience, it's literally just a message on Facebook and the appointment is made with that person and you're together. It could be two people, it could be just one person. They're there for you. It's a group. We're a family. We become a family. And we're still a family. Like we're all gathering now, you probably messaged me, you asked me if I'd like to do this. I'm like, yeah, honored, and I have other people. So you go, you're always having people to do practice on. So if mediumship is where you want to go, or if you just want to become intuitive for your own being, if you want to heal yourself and just be with you, who you are, that's fine too. You'll have that one-on-one privately so you can learn the process because mediumship is a lot of practice. So you have a huge amount of support, literally within just the typing of saying, hey, I need a little help. I mean, you could be on the group as we're on the group wall together and we're having our Zoom meetings. And you just mentioned I need help and you're going to have literally 30 people right there going, when do you want a one-on-one? I'm here for you. Yeah. And it's quite amazing the support you have. You really feel the love. Yeah. I still see it. I mean, look, we've finished that course and we're all still connected and everyone's getting together, helping each other grow. It's not something where it's like, we know we all need assistance in it. And that I have never seen. I'm going to be honest with you, William, so kudos to you on that one. I've never seen that anywhere. I've been to many courses all over. And this is quite unique how people just stick together and support each other. And it's just a quick little message. And next thing you know, you're in a Zoom call with people and you're just being supported. Whether you just have a dial moment, you feel like your meditation's not going right, you want to start a web page, you need help. Everyone has a skill and we share it with you. So that's what I find with the course.
Well, it's pretty intensive too. I mean, we have courses, there's always an event like Sunday right through to Friday. There's an event, a live event every single day, Sunday to Friday for 3 weeks of each course that you go through. So you're getting your ongoing learning process. Your mind and your ego does not have time to get in the way. It's just,
never.
It can't keep up with it. The ego can't keep up with it. But your soul, it's like your soul gets the elixir of love. That's the best word I can come up with. The elixir of love begins to nurture your soul. And then your mind begins to surrender and your body begins to get healthier. And you're in this every day, Sunday to Friday. And, you know, and even if you can't make the events, they're recorded and posted up on the group wall, so you can see them anytime. I mean, how many times have you watched them?
What I like though too is because they're live events and you just like nailed it. You took the hammering and nailed it right in the middle. So what's great is because they're live events, you really did nail that. I'm just like so great that you said that because you're right there in it. You're in it. It's not a book. I take many courses. I'm taking other courses, still taking courses. But then there's 2 weeks that go by and I'm like, I'll get to it. I'm busy. You know, I have this to do. But when you know you have live events, right? And everyone's getting on, it's class, you're getting on, it's what you love. You have no time to let ego say anything. It just doesn't have the time. It's not even existent. It's you're jumping in, you're excited. I can't wait. Wait, there's 2 of them today? Oh my God, Chico's at 3 o'clock and William's starting at 6 o'clock. Let me eat in between. Let me eat while I'm on there. You have no time to think of anything. You are a student of mediumship, a student of high vibration, everything. And it's an amazing experience that I have not seen anyone run a program like this. So yeah, you're hands-on, which is pretty awesome.
I wish I could take, I mean, like I said, with the team of people that we have, the mediums, you know, that come into the program and the students, it's really, like you said, it has a life of its own. Plus with your guides and your angels and the ascended beings that work with you, guiding you along, it's amazing what can unfold for you. You are not alone. You learn in this course that you are never, ever, ever alone. That's the most powerful thing that came out of the courses for me. Because understand, they worked through me, and I got to this realization: I'm never, ever alone. And no one is when they open up what you talk about, the clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. When you learn to open up those non-physical senses, and you start tuning into people and beings and dimensions that are outside what you're familiar with your mind and body, you realize I'll never be alone ever again. I can call these beings in to help me anytime. It's beautiful.
It's just so beautiful. Like it's amazing. Like I show my family all the time, even when they lose something and they can't find it. I mean, it may not even be in the house. And I'm like, all right, let me call in the angels. Let me get somebody here. And next thing they know, within 30 seconds, they go, oh, I know where that is. That's in my storage unit, and I know exactly where it is. I said, thank you. It says, and it is there. You know, so they literally are there, but once you have to tap into it, you tap into it, and you're not alone. Once you tap in, they're always there. It's the vibration and learning how to tap into it. You know, like prior to your course, like I knew I sensed it, right? Because I've been working on this, right? I feel it, I know it, I'm feeling a message. I don't know who's giving it to me, but I'm getting it. I know who it is. I think I know who it is. But now I direct it, and which is profoundly, just very profound to know that I can do that now. I call in who I want to call in, and I direct the conversation. And this is all through your course, and it's exciting, and it's live. It's not a book. I mean, we do get a book, but I got to tell you something. The first one, course one, you're going to want to print out the book, print out the worksheets, and you're going to be like, I'm ready to go, like a student, right? By the time you get into number 2, you're like, I don't need this. This is just, you gotta flow with this. Spirit's just coming through me. Like, it's great to have that if I want to like go back to it, but I don't need it. And then when you're in 3, you're like, this is just natural.
Yeah, it is. And it is. Our natural state is to be connected to all possibilities.
Yes, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to open the floor up and see if anybody's got any questions they'd like to ask or guidance they're looking to get. Take a moment to ask a question, and we'll wait a minute or so and see, because there's about a 30-second to 1-minute lag between us and the actual feed. So if you've got a question, we'll wait a minute to see if it shows up. But I got to say, Alyson, it's been a real honor and privilege getting to know you and have you in the courses, and that you've taken the time to do this, because it changes lives. I mean, watching how your life's been impacted, and you shared some of the stories with us tonight. It's been like, wow. I mean, that's our natural state, is to experience dynamic, incredible changes driven by love. actually experience our life as a something driven by love, that we can allow that process to unfold, that we can open that door in our own hearts and minds, that becomes our natural way of being. And it really is.
It truly is, and you attract what you truly want in life. Like it just draws to you. Everyone I'm around, since now even more so, they're like, you're so peaceful. You're so peaceful. Like, what are you doing? What like, what's your secret? I go within, and I'm like, you really need to talk to William. But then I also offer some assistance too now. More so, I'm more open to helping others so givingly through the mediumship and my shamanism, which is an amazing experience to give people the love and nurture that they need to see who they truly are. It's
and the need for it on the planet has never been greater. The need for love has never been greater than what it is right now, and so there's lots of room for that growth.
Yeah. Didn't John Lennon say in a song, "All you need is love"?
All you need is love. You certainly did. And it's true. And when you experience that as your personal reality, you know what that statement means.
It's so true. People say it, but they need to really feel it. And love is the true vibration that heals everything. Literally, it's at that vibration, everything is given to you.
Yeah, it's gonna, like I said, we're gonna see some huge. They keep telling me there's gonna be huge changes on the planet in the next year and a half to 2 years. There's gonna be huge changes all across the planet. That love is going to be a requirement, and it is a requirement to really flourish in this realm that's transforming as we speak. Love is a requirement, and it's your true nature, and to liberate your nature from what you've been taught to believe, to liberate your body from the suffering that your habits may have induced into it, is essential. It's not. It's essential. It's an option. You can choose, as Alyson said earlier. You can choose if you want to have suffering. It's okay. You can have suffering. It's okay. You can have joy. You can have joy if you want that. The choice is yours. We encourage you to choose your love as an expression, your nature as your expression, so that you find the freedom and playfulness that you came into this world expressing in the first place. We'll look forward to that. I'm not seeing any questions, so I guess we can summarize. If anybody's interested in taking the course and classes, and go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check out the courses there, and you can register there. It's a very inexpensive course. Repeat students are $99. We get a lot of repeat students in our course, which is always fun, exciting, because the energy is even multiplied more so, because you've got people that now know what they didn't know, that they now know, and now they're going to know more of what they don't know, which makes what they now know even more of what they didn't know, which is greater. It's an amazing thing, learning what we don't know. So please, if you got any, Alyson, if anybody had any questions or concerns to ask you personally that they didn't ask here, what is there any way they could get a hold of you?
You private message me on Facebook. I'm readily available. You have my name up there, so just look me up and give me a private message. Well, you can even text message me if you feel like it. I'm open for that too. In New Jersey, so it would be 732-609-5300. I do have a message I do hear coming through. Realize the changes in the world. What's happening now is the masculine is rising, and it's rising wounded. And as I'm seeing it rise, I see a lot of scars and flesh hanging. But the feminine is holding space for the masculine to rise. We're going into the fifth dimension. It's coming really rapidly fast. And once the masculine, it's all over me. I can feel this message. Once it rises, the beauty is the masculine is now going to raise the feminine above. And we will all be sitting there in the love at that moment. There's not a choice in this. It's just going to happen.
Yes. It's like once you're pregnant, something's going to happen.
That's good. Sure. I like that.
And it is like that. I mean, that is very true. There is a certain inevitability in time and space that happens when we open up to higher energies. There's an inevitable change that happens in this dimension when you change the energy you align to. And whether you participate in that or not, it doesn't matter. It's going to happen. It's happening right now. Anyway, I'm very excited. And again, I'm so grateful that you took this time to share your story with us and inspire us. I'm really inspired by what you've told us. And again, I'm grateful that I get to work with a great team of people in this course, and we have really awesome students. And I look forward to working with you again in these next few weeks coming up. For those of you that want to register, the orientation for our first program begins this Saturday, August 28th. So you want to get registered if you want to capture the orientation. However, if you can't register before Saturday, you can certainly watch the replay if you register a couple days later, because every single live event is recorded and stored upon the private Facebook group that we use to run the courses through. And again, Alyson, thank you so much for your time. It's
An honor, absolute honor.
Yeah, thank you, and we'll see you. And thank you everybody for showing up today, for sharing your thoughts, your ideas. And we'll see some of you in the course, and some of you, I hope you felt inspired to begin to open yourself to who you are as a spiritual being of love. And whether you come to these courses, find something that helps you open that up so you liberate yourself from what the world has conditioned you to think you are. You did not come here to be a humatron. You came here to be a free soul, expressing your love and your creation freely. And I want to wish you all much love. Thank you so much for coming to this event tonight. And just one final thing is we have another live event tomorrow night. We have Desiree Nicole Thompson, who's one of our medium instructors. And she's also a spiritual medium and a card reading. And she'll be live with me tomorrow at 7 p.m. So please come join us for that. Put it in your calendar. And we'll see you guys when we see you next. And for those of you that are going to be at Shortcuts for Your Soul, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you, Alyson. We will talk to you soon.
Right.
Good night.